God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. When my task on earth is done, when by thy grace the victory's won, in death's cold wave I will not flee. Still God through Jordan leadeth me. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. My name is Henry Woodall. I'm the pastor at First Presbyterian Church in Wasilla, Alaska. And this is Soul Food, a ministry of our congregation, a time of scripture and songs, hymns and contemporary songs, folk songs, just songs that I hope builds you up and bless you. It's kind of done during the middle of the week as a spiritual snack, again, of scripture and song. So, he leadeth me. The idea of being a disciple, a follower, that's really how we define, or the word disciple is one who follows. Jesus called 12 disciples, and they followed him for the better part of 3 years. He called others to come and follow him. Indeed, it's kind of one of the basic invitations in the gospel, to follow Jesus. And we talk about that in myriad ways and songs and all those kind of different ways. In the Gospel of Luke, one of the resurrection stories talks about walking with Jesus. We sometimes call it the road to Emmaus. Emmaus was a small village about 7 miles from Jerusalem. And on the day of the resurrection, the same day that Jesus rose from the dead, a couple of the disciples, some of his followers, were walking towards Emmaus. And they were talking with one another about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things, Jesus himself came and walked with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. A little bit of a mystery there. So he asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" And they stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened here in these days?" "Well, what things?" Jesus asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. We had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it's the third day since all of this took place. And even more, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they seen a vision of angels who said that he was alive. And then some of our company went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, yet they didn't see Jesus." Jesus said to the men, "How foolish you are. How slow to believe all the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And then, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going further, but they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it's nearly evening, the day is almost over." So Jesus went in to stay with them. And when he was at table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, and broke it, and began to give it to them. Well, then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. Again, some mystery. They ask each other, were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us? Well, they got up and returned at once to Jerusalem, even though it was late. They found the 11 and those with them assembled and saying, "It is true. The Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. It is indeed along the way that we will often recognize Jesus. It is indeed as we will walk and follow him that he will open the scriptures to us concerning himself. Disciples are on the way. Oh, Master, let me walk with thee in lowly paths of service free. Tell me thy secret, help me bear the strain of toil, the thread of care. Help me the slow of heart to move by some clear winning word of love. Teach me the wayward feet to stay and guide them in the homeward way. Teach me thy patience still with thee in closer, dearer company, in work that keeps faith sweet and strong, in trust that triumphs over wrong, in hope that sends a shining ray far down the future's broadening way, in peace that only thou canst give. With thee, O Master, let me live. This has been Soul Food. I hope it has blessed you, built you up, given you a good spiritual snack.